Hello and welcome back to another episode of Market House, the podcast where we talk all things Disney. My name is Caleb.
And I'm Caitlin.
And thank you so much for joining us for yet another episode number 43. And again, this week has been a toasty one. I mention it every single week, but Sacramento keeps surprising me. It is impressive that I can maintain triple digits for yet another week. So we've been hunkering down at home. You're either in AC or you're in the pool, and we don't have a pool. So we've been inside a lot this week, kind of avoiding the sunlight because it burns the skin. And we actually watched a movie last night called The Gray Man.
Yeah, I liked it. It was really good.
Yeah, it does have a Disney connection. Mr. Chris Evans is in it.
Buzz Lightyear himself.
Buzz Lightyear and Captain America. And I got to mention, he's not related to Disney, I don't think, but Ryan Gosling was in it. That guy's so cool.
Yeah.
He is the Gray Man.
That's really weird.
Yeah, it was good.
I just think of him in The Notebook. I can't imagine him as anything else.
I have not seen him in that. I think of him as Mr. I don't know, I remember his name, but La La Land, which is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah. That's
but anyways,
movie.
Definitely not a Disney movie, definitely not a family movie, so don't suggest it for family movie night. But it was a fun 2-hour brain dead, just turn the old brain off and watching fun blow-up movie.
Yeah, it was
Lots
good.
of explosions.
Yes, which is, yeah. They did,
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't say it was amazing.
Yeah,
but it wasn't bad. It was just good.
It was on Netflix.
I definitely recommend watching it.
So we weren't out any money.
No.
Yeah, so it was a fun film. But that's what we've been doing. A lot of hanging out, a lot of YouTube, a lot of movies, and work.
But we do have some very exciting news that happened this week. We received a new review on Market House.
Another 5-star review. Really appreciate the love over there on Apple Podcasts. And yet another 5-star review. So we've got another one to review with you guys and read off. So this was left by Panther Bay this past week. And again, appreciate the kind words. Let me read it off for you guys. I've been listening to this podcast since the beginning of the year and have not missed an episode since. I love this couple's take on visiting the parks. They are so relatable and fun. I especially enjoyed the episode on the Walt Disney Family Museum. I had not heard about this experience and they really brought it to life. Looking forward to visiting it in the future. Thank you for giving the Disney community this wonderful podcast.
That was so kind.
So nice.
Thank you so much. You have no idea how much we appreciate your kind words.
Yeah, seriously. So thanks so much for leaving that. Again, if you want to do that same thing and help out the podcast, do that on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. That just helps us out immensely on search results and all that good stuff. So again, thank you so much for leaving that, Panther Bay. Appreciate the kind words. Another fun announcement right now.
We have an upcoming giveaway.
Another giveaway.
I'm so excited for this one.
Yeah, make sure you're following us on Instagram at Market House Podcast. Mm-hmm. And more details will be coming out soon on that. It should be coming out this week.
Yes, sometime this week, so definitely stay tuned. It'll be a post with instructions to follow. Good luck.
Perfect. Yeah, so make sure you're following us over there. And I'm sure there'll be a couple steps to get you entered. And hoping you win.
It'll be great. I'm so excited.
Let's get into that news. All right, first up, we've got some news over at the Disneyland Resort. It looks like the hotel, the Disneyland Hotel, is getting a new, fresh coat of paint. They're changing the color scheme from royal blue and tan to more of a sky blue and kind of off-white color. Interesting design choice. I'm not entirely sure why they're doing it. We can only assume they're changing the colors to better match the new DVC tower that's being built right now. So I'm assuming that's going to go with a more contemporary design choice, and so they're painting the older towers to match the new look. So look out for the new colors over at the Disneyland Hotel.
All right, next up, we have some very exciting holiday news. The holiday season is going to be returning to the Disneyland Resort November 11th through January 8th, 2023. This is so exciting. We are big Christmas/holiday fans in this house. I couldn't be more excited for this to come back, especially with the announcement.
Yeah, excited to get some dates attached to it. We're never entirely sure when it's going to start. It's always around the same dates, but good to kind of get them out there in the open so we can schedule accordingly. So people can kind of get their Christmas or holiday plans in order.
Yeah, and it looks like they have a couple of things returning. For example, we have World of Color, Season of Light. The Disney Festival holidays will highlight a diverse season of celebrations, including Christmas, Diwali, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and Three Kings Day. Pretty exciting.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what that last one is, but I need to do some research on what Three Kings Day is.
Yeah, so it looks like they'll be having some nighttime concerts as well associated with that.
Yeah, those are always going on. Also looks like Mickey's Happy Holidays procession and Disney Viva Navidad will be the parade entertainment over in DCA this year. So both of those have happened in the past. I think they're just returning.
Right.
And Mirabelle and Santa Claus will have meet and greets.
Yay.
It's cool. I'm also not entirely sure why Mirabelle's coming for the holiday time.
I'm not entirely sure either. I'm sure they'll have it all decorated with Christmas decor and whatever, but yeah, that was one of the things mentioned. So that's super exciting.
Yeah.
And again, obviously getting to meet Santa Claus. I know that's very popular for this event. So something to look forward to.
Yeah. And over in Disneyland, A Christmas Fantasy Parade and Believe in Holiday Magic are both returning. So that first one's that parade. Second is their fireworks show for the holidays. And you know what? Unpopular opinion, maybe, but we're not giant fans of the Believe in Holiday Magic fireworks show. Yeah, I think it's because it's unbelievably short for a fireworks show. And I don't know. It's not bad. Let me take that back. It's definitely not a bad show. But if you stack it up against previous fireworks show, especially for Disneyland Forever, and I'm forgetting the one they did for the 50th anniversary, whatever that one was, fantastic. And they're 30 minutes long. So it's hard when they're doing these full-length fireworks shows and they go down to an 8-minute show. You stand in line for all that time or stand in the crowd, and then it's oh, okay, it wasn't that long.
Yeah, I've also seen a couple people on Instagram kind of talk about how they're not the biggest fans of the parade as well.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I thought it was cute.
I liked it.
I like
we watched it last year.
And the snowmen.
Yeah.
I like it.
Chip and Dale. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good parade. I don't know if I agree with that one.
I like it
But
a
for
lot.
the fireworks, I've seen better shows.
I agree.
All right. You know what that music means. It's time for some Disney trivia.
Ooh.
Let's get into it. Are you excited for this week?
I am.
Last week, you beat me.
You're supposed to say I'm Caleb.
I'm sorry, I'm Caleb.
And I'm Caitlin.
Let's do
this. There we go.
I forgot what it was. But yeah, last week you beat me. I got
Barely.
0 right.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe you got 1 right out of 2.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to getting high numbers again.
Yep. Let's see if we can clean the board this week and get everyone right.
Okay, do you start or want me to start?
I think I'm going to start this time.
Okay.
You started last time. You're up first. Here we go. All right, Caitlin. Your first question. Which princess is technically the youngest in her film?
Ooh.
Which princess is technically the youngest in her film?
Ariel?
Wrong. You have one more guess. I'll give you one more. There's a lot of princesses.
Oh, man.
I got it wrong when I tried guessing it first in my head, and I got it wrong.
Is it Merida?
No. Snow White.
Okay, I thought about Snow White.
Yeah, she's just 14 in her film.
What?
Doesn't look like that in the movie, but
That's weird.
yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be Moana.
Oh, I didn't even think of Moana.
Yeah. So I thought Moana, but yeah, apparently Snow White is 14 in her movie.
I almost said Rapunzel, too.
Oh, yeah, I would have seen that. Yeah, okay. All right, respectable answer, but
Bummer.
I
Okay.
got that one wrong. Okay, second one. Who is the first Disney character who didn't have to marry into royalty to become a princess? The first Disney character who did not have to marry into royalty to become a princess.
Okay, give me a second. Oh gosh. I feel like the clock's right.
That's okay. What do you think?
Can you say it one more time?
Who's the first Disney character who did not have to marry into royalty to become a princess?
I'm going to say Rapunzel.
No.
Okay, I have no idea.
Well, so this person had to have been already a princess, basically.
She was a princess.
Rapunzel?
Yes.
Oh, you're right. She was.
And then she married, well,
Yeah, you're right.
technically, she's with Flynn Rider.
You're right. I'm sorry. No, this is the first one. Jasmine.
Oh,
Yeah.
because Aladdin. Yes, that's right. Oh, dang it.
I
love
know.
that movie.
That's okay.
Okay.
It's one of those where it's obvious at
That's
the
a
end.
hard one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's fine.
Well, cool. Okay. That's all right. What do you got for me this week?
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Where does Mike Wazowski go with his girlfriend Celia for their birthday feast
Oh.
in Monsters, Inc.?
Harryhausen's.
Yes.
Yes. I love that ride.
one. I know. So, again, Caleb just got a Monsters, Inc. t-shirt, and so I thought I would do a question involved with that.
I did. Target, 20% off graphic tees right now. I got it for like $9.
Pretty cheap.
Can't beat that.
Okay, next up. What's the name of Rapunzel's chameleon?
Oh, okay. What's the name of Rapunzel's chameleon? I should know this. I love that movie. They don't reference his name that often.
Yes, they do.
They do?
I mean, not like every 5 minutes, but they do. I'll give you a hint. It starts with a P.
Pascal.
Yes.
Boom.
Good job.
2 for 2 this week.
Amazing.
Caleb takes the trophy for this week's Disney trivia.
Boo. Well, I'll get you next week.
Wow, very confident with that assessment. Thanks for joining us for another round of Disney trivia. How many did you get right? Yeah, how about reach out to us on Instagram and let us know how many of these 4 questions you got right.
I'm curious if anyone got the princess one correct.
That's a hard one. That was the hardest
that
this
was
week.
really, because there's multiple that
That
didn't.
was tough.
Yeah. Let us know. I'm curious.
All right, let's get into that main segment. All right, Caleb here, interrupting the episode to give you guys the code word that you'll need for an extra entry for the upcoming giveaway. And again, make sure to follow us over on Instagram at Market House Podcast for more information. And Caitlin will kind of tell you how to get that extra entry in, but you will need this word, which is bing bong. The code word is bing bong. All right, and that brings us to today's main segment, and that is prepping for our Disneyland trip and dealing with the summer crowds. So our thought this week was just to kind of bring you in on our planning kind of process and how we're planning on dealing with those insane summer crowds, because we know it's going to be busy. So we're going to Disney in a couple of days, and it's the beginning of August. So this is when all of those families are fitting in that last vacation of the year before summer ends for them, before the kids go back to school. That is the worst feeling. Do you remember going to Target and in the back seeing the back to school section and just dreading?
Oh, see, I loved it.
Did you really?
I loved getting all my school supplies.
I hated that part.
Oh, no, I loved it.
It's so boring.
I wanted to get my cute book covers and my cute little pencil grips.
I guess that's where we're different.
Oh, I loved it.
Really?
Back to school shopping for clothes.
Oh, that was the worst.
I mean, the older you got, the more I was like, oh, geez. But no, I loved it when I was younger.
You're crazy. But anyways, went off track there. But yeah, so everyone's going back to school and summer's coming to an end. So families are fitting in that last trip. So we're going during a very busy time. We know that. And we're expecting big crowds, but Disney with crowds is better than no Disney, right?
Right. Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah. And it's a shorter trip than normal. So we're going down for just a couple of nights. We usually go down for 3 or 4 nights. And this time it's a little sneaky trip. Just sneak it in. And we took advantage of the Southwest summer sale. So that's one of my first tips of this episode, and kind of how I plan is I always check every single Tuesday is when Southwest drops their fare sales. And you can get some crazy deals. Like within California, you can get as cheap as like $39 or $49.
Which is crazy.
Now, we'll admit, I haven't seen a $39 deal since like pre-COVID.
Right.
But we snagged some $49 flights for a September trip, which is insane.
Not so much on the way home.
No,
but
that's a whole other story. I feel like it's legit. No, it's as much or maybe $20 cheaper than flying across the country for flights returning home on a Sunday night. That blows my mind.
Yeah, it's a bummer, but you know, it is what it is because we're going with family.
Crazy. So that's how important it is to look at flights before you tell people dates.
Exactly.
Because you're kind of stuck at that point. And so also we booked our hotel with points. So another cost-saving method that we use, and we've actually talked about this in a couple of prior episodes, but we take advantage of like travel credit cards. Again, it's not worth going into debt over. We just use what we normally spend in day-to-day life, grocery shopping, gas, which we all know how much that is right now, and what have you, just goes on a travel credit card, and we can use that to book hotels. So we're paying $0 to stay down there this trip.
Which is very exciting, and it's very helpful, especially if it's a last-minute trip.
Of course.
More money at the parks is better. So
100%. That comes in handy when, especially with the dining. No, yeah, chocolate caramels. The extra $7 we got. No, I'm saying like if you got some dining reservations, pretty much what you saved in dining, you pay in food.
Right, exactly.
Okay, this is another exciting thing we did the past couple of weeks. We bought new luggage.
Which is super exciting. We've been wanting to do this for a really long time. And we're like, no, because luggage is very expensive.
It's so you can go super expensive, right? Like I was not seriously considering this, but I went down this rabbit hole of YouTube searching of fancy luggage. Okay, Rimowa. Some of you probably already know this. I came across it a lot when I was traveling for work. A lot of like fancy, ritzy business people had these metal suitcases, and I was like fascinated. What are these aluminum suitcases?
Yeah.
They're from a company called Rimowa, most of them. They cost $1,400 for a carry-on suitcase. Wow.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of cash. A lot of Skrilla. Again, was not seriously considering it.
And no warranty.
No, so they used to have a lifetime warranty. We're going way in the weeds with luggage. We're getting old.
The people need to know.
People need to know.
There's no warranty on Rimowa.
There's a warranty, but I think they go, it expires after 5 years. When you're spending $1,400 on a piece of luggage, I would want that sucker to have a lifetime warranty.
Well, you know who does have a lifetime warranty?
Who does have a lifetime warranty,
Not
Caitlin?
sponsored. Away Luggage.
Away. So you've probably seen the ads everywhere, and yes, once you search luggage up, you'll get Away banner ads on YouTube. You'll get YouTube ads of whatever. They hit you hard. And I first wrote them off as like overpriced junk, and the reason why they're so expensive is because they're advertising to me every 5 minutes.
Right.
But after researching and looking at the company and stuff and looking at reviews, I noticed like, no, they say the value of, they actually have a lifetime warranty, a limited lifetime warranty. And for example, this would come in handy when Caleb, me coming home from a trip, I'm putting away our shoe bags, and I go to roll our old suitcase back into the closet and crack. It breaks from me leaning on it.
Yeah. And to give Caleb credit, the whole issue with the suitcase has been a long time coming. Like,
It's been
we've
beat
had
up for
issues.
years.
We got our suitcases from Costco. Great deal.
Yeah.
But we've had issues with the zippers ever since day one. Like, they wouldn't zip all the way. They were shaped really weird. So it wasn't like a normal suitcase where you can just zip around it.
Sure.
So there was constantly something. We went on a Disney cruise and the wheel broke. So we had to get a new wheel on it,
They were
which
super
Disney
cool.
helped with us, which was really kind.
They fixed it.
But it seems like post-COVID traveling, our bags have been demolished. Like,
Yes.
there's constantly new dents and huge and again, I know everyone's like, Caitlin, we know that happens. But I'm talking, there's just been times where the suitcase looked like it was thrown out of an airplane while it flying in the air.
Probably was.
Yeah. So it wasn't Caleb's fault. We knew this was coming. It was just funny that it happened so close to our trip.
Yes. So it was one of those where I crack it and I look at Caitlin and go, well, the hunt for luggage starts now because we're going on a trip in a couple weeks and we need luggage. So I say all of that to say we ordered new luggage from Away, spent a little bit of money, but we knew that, hey, if these are replaced once, we've kind of got our money back. Yeah, there's a whole thing. So we got new luggage and we're very excited about that. And actually a little quick shout out to Shannon, her Instagram, is it called a handle?
Yeah.
Sound like a 9-year-old. Instagram handle.
Her Instagram.
BRB going to Disney, which I love.
Love her channel.
So her
Not her seeing eyes on old. Her Instagram page.
Yes. And thank you for the recommendation, because we kind of did a shout out to Instagram saying, hey, has anyone had any experience with Away? What are your thoughts? And she reached out and was like, I love it. Personal recommendation. Do it.
Yeah. And she's always talking about hers, and people are always commenting like, okay. But so finally I told Caleb, I'm like, oh my gosh, look, she even has them and she loves them.
Yes.
So thankful for her.
Yeah, so we'll be putting those to use this week, and we're getting packing in the next couple of days, which, speaking of, we got some laundry going right now. Is that the best part or what?
Yeah,
Your pre-trip laundry.
I actually like doing laundry prior. I don't know why.
Ew.
See, I don't like unpacking or anything, but I like, I take that back. I don't like packing. No, it's too stressful.
Packing's the worst. I'd rather unpack than pack.
Well, I always forget the most random important things.
It's very true. Target on Harbor's our best friend.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But.
Okay, Caitlin, let's get to what the people want to know. What are the important things we're bringing in this trip? Now, mind you, let's set this up. This is a summer trip to Anaheim. We know it's going to be hot. So it's been about 100 degrees up here in Sacramento. It's a dry heat.
Right.
But once you go down to SoCal, there's a little bit of humidity, and it may not look intense, right? It'll be like 88 degrees. You go, oh, it's like a break. It's going to be like San Diego. No. The UV index is always like a 10, so the sun feels like it's like sitting on your shoulder, and it's hot.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be closer to 90 when we go. So it's going to be pretty hot. But you know what? Who cares? We're going to sweat it all out. More room for more Disney snacks.
It's like a sauna.
Exactly.
So, Caitlin, what are we going to do? What are we going to bring to prep for this trip?
So, again, mainly when I love watching these videos on YouTube and hearing podcasts about what people bring. We just have a couple of our favorites that we're going to mention. We're not going to deep dive and tell you we're bringing 3 shirts, 2 pairs of pants.
I'm bringing these shorts. Let me tell you how they are. Yeah.
So logistically, we're bringing all the normal like clothes, comfy shoes, but we wanted to highlight a couple things. So first off, we have travel fans that we bring. Now there's 2 different types. We do have one. We got it off Amazon. It's this like little portable pink fan that you can basically fold up and take out in lines, or if you're hot, wherever you're sitting. It's just a little handheld fan, and it doesn't take very long to charge.
Awesome.
It's amazing. I think it's like $12. I just looked at it because I wanted to get you one so I could have the pink one.
We do have only one. I don't know why we haven't ordered another one.
I literally almost bought you one today.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, maybe
you
I
didn't,
will.
Though? What was the reason why you didn't?
It was like, I think it was like $13.
That was it. It was the extra $1.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's a no-go.
Yes. So
I love them, but not $13.
Yeah. I highly recommend those fans. They're just, again, great to pull out in line when you're hot. Great when you are walking to the park. Like last time we were there, it was warm in the morning.
Hot.
I was like drenched in sweat in the morning.
Yeah.
So just to pull it out really quick, and then it folds up so it doesn't take up a ton of space.
Yep, that one's a good one. Travel fans for the hotel room. So
Yes.
there's a little differentiator here. So this is a travel like USB powered, battery powered fan. These 2 that we bring are USB powered, so they have to be plugged into a wall or a USB plug. But these things are amazing. So we sleep with the fan on every single night. I am used to the white noise. I'm weird that way, so I have to have a fan noise going.
Right.
And also just some airflow. Gets the air moving. So we plug both of these in when we get to the hotel. And again, they're tiny. They don't take any space up in your suitcase. Same thing here. They're maybe $10, $15 on Amazon. And they are worth every single penny.
And they're very, like, I don't know if strong is the
Powerful.
right word. They're powerful. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like it gets
No, it's a
good
good white noise
circulation.
fan. Yeah.
And again, the noise. Because sometimes hotel rooms are hot and they have those weird, like, AC systems where you have to, like, stand next to them in order for them to turn on.
That is the most annoying. And again, we've
covered that.
Yeah, we went on a
multiple
rant
times.
a couple episodes ago about how ridiculous it is. You're paying $300 a night or something stupid for a hotel room. And the hotels now are like, no.
Exactly.
You're going to keep it at this temperature and no fan for you.
And you're like, how dare you?
I know.
But-
I'm paying $300 a night.
Yeah. So anyway, next up we have battery packs for your
Yes.
phones. Caleb has an old phone. It dies in like 12 minutes after him using.
I'm old in tech years. It's an 11 Pro, so back off.
Yes.
I'm not fancy like Caitlin and got a new 13 whatever.
I had a trade-in deal.
Oh,
Okay.
big whoop.
Okay.
So anyways,
I do love my phone.
Caitlin gifted herself with a nice little iPhone 13 something. And yeah, she's got the fancy phone. I'm waiting until the 14's released later this year.
Yeah.
And see if it's worth the upgrade. But yes, I've got, and especially when you're a heavy user, 2-3 years on a phone battery like obliterates it.
Right.
So I'm at the point where I'm dead by like 1 or 2 p.m. and I'm having to charge up. So yes, battery packs are a must, especially for Disney now. You've got Genie Plus, you've got checking wait times, you've got mobile ordering, you've got taking pictures and videos. It is a like battery suck, the definition of that. So yes, bring multiple battery packs. I was a numbskull last time and I forgot the cord that charges the battery pack. So we used it once and I was like, well, that's it. So hopefully you don't need battery later.
It's going to be on our list to bring.
Yeah.
Very important. Again, especially if you're on like social media, which again, you shouldn't be because you enjoy your time with
Family
your family.
time, people.
But just in case, like whatever it is, I feel like your phone just goes there. So next up, we have a water bottle. And for those who are like, why would I bring a water bottle? I would buy them there. Don't do it. Do not spend that much money, especially when it's 500 degrees outside. You will need to buy like 50 billion water bottles to stay hydrated because it's so important when in the heat. You're sweating. You want to get exhausted. You want to stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Bring your own water bottle. There's a couple of hacks you can do. There are water refilling stations throughout the park. We like to just ask for a cup of ice, pour it in, and then either go to some of the sit-down locations. Well,
I
not
know,
sit-down.
it's tough. Counter service.
Like, for example, Galactic Grill. That's what it's called, right? I keep thinking I'm calling it the wrong thing.
No, it's Galactic Grill. It used to be Tomorrowland Terrace.
Okay, so Galactic Grill will not give you water. Like they will just give you ice.
Because they have a filling station right next
Right.
door.
If you go to the Alien Pizza Planet, you can fill up water there.
I love that
You can fill up
one.
your water bottle. Also, we also do this sometimes if you're waiting in line on Market House, aka Starbucks, to get your coffee for an hour and 45 minutes like we always do because the line is so long. When you're getting your coffee, ask for a venti ice water and fill up your water bottle.
Smart.
So it's, again, you're killing two birds with one stone. So definitely try and take advantage. Again, you can still buy water bottles, but just try and take advantage of the free water because they do add up, especially for us.
We'll treat ourselves to a Dasani once in a while, but they're only $4. And yes, so Caitlin, what she said is 100% correct. Only reason we don't like to do most of the water refilling stations, there's a couple I'll do, like the new Star Wars one and maybe one other. But like the one next to Galactic Grill, it's very much into kids' mouths, like height.
Which we did see one time a kid putting his mouth on it.
I'm not like just like, oh, kids, you know what they do. I've legit watched a child put his mouth on the filling station and I was like, oh God, no.
Yeah.
So yeah, like hygiene-wise, not the best choice. There's a couple that are out of reach of the little guys and little girls that will put their mouths on it.
The one in Galaxy's Edge is amazing.
Yes, because it's plenty tall. It's themed very well.
Love it.
And it's like brand new. So how many germs can be on it? Only a
like
million.
2. Just kidding.
So yeah, we prefer to ask for a cup of water. It's a little more of a pain, but it's a little more hygienic in our opinions. Finally, this is kind of like a no-brainer, like duh, of course you're going to bring this, but don't underestimate how much you're going to use this, and you need to reapply it every single couple of hours. Sunscreen. I'm really bad about this. Caitlin's much better at applying it. I'm always like, no, I'm going to be good.
No, I was going to say, you're the one that's not the best at applying it, and I'm the one that gets burned, which is hilarious.
I know. Well, you know, it's genetics and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Well, this is your public service announcement to put it on your head.
Yeah,
not just guys.
Your scalp got burned.
Yes, my hair's kind of like on the thinner side.
Yeah.
So like in
Your
the
part.
in my part,
Yeah.
I said crease. I get burned there because sometimes I don't have my hat on. So just make sure you're applying sunscreen. There's all forms. There's the spray. There's the liquid. We love the powder version that has like a brush attached on it.
Yeah,
I think
what's
it's
the
like
brand?
Super Goop.
Super
Love
Goop.
it. It's clean. Has good coverage. It's almost like you can put it on your face. So if ladies, all your makeup, whoever's wearing it, it's kind of like a press powder, which is nice.
Yeah.
So
I look like I'm applying makeup
no,
right
it's
in the middle of the park.
translucent.
I know it's translucent, but like this kid was staring at me last time. We were in line at Soren, and I was like, give me some of that powder. And I started putting it on my face because I'm like, I don't want to put like liquid. That's gross. You've been touching stuff all in the hands, and your hands are all hot. You don't want to be rubbing stuff on your face. So I asked Caitlin for that powder stuff, and I was putting it on my face, and some kid was like, what is he doing? I was like, so what if I'm putting powder on, boy?
It doesn't matter.
Get out of here.
Is what it is.
Yep. So, Caitlin, what are you looking forward to on this trip? I think I know what.
Oh, well, there's a couple things. But first off, I'm super excited. We got reservations for Lamplight Lounge.
Yes.
Lunch. Very excited. Again, woke up at literally the crack of dawn to get them. But I was able to get us lunch, so I'm super excited about. And last minute, because these were also gone, we were able to get breakfast reservations at Carnation.
Yes, which we have not done a breakfast reservation in years. Definitely pre-COVID. I think the last time we did it was Storytellers.
Yes.
When that was like $1 billion because it was character dining.
And again, that is the place where you can get your gluten-free Mickey waffles, which you have to go to a sit-down in order to get that. So I'm super excited to get a Mickey waffle. I'm literally, my mouth is watering just thinking about it.
So excited. It's been years. So we're looking forward to that. Definitely the Lamplight Lounge reservation. Gonna get those nachos again.
Oh my
Life
gosh.
changing.
Get the chicken instead of the lobster. I promise you,
Well,
your
we
life will
haven't
be
tried
changed.
lobster.
I know, but the chicken was so good and juicy.
If you're
Get chicken.
if you're a seafood fan, get the lobster.
Even if you
that's
love-
what they're known for.
Get the chicken.
Okay, Caitlin's a big chicken fan over here. But before all that, before we eat at Carnation Cafe, before we eat at Lamplight Lounge,
AKA, what are we doing our first night?
we're flying in. We fly in the morning this time.
Well, we're going in the morning then.
We're gonna get some chocolate caramels, folks. First thing in the morning for breakfast at Bing Bong's.
Go get the chocolate caramels.
They're just okay. So let me. We've talked about them 7 times, so you know about them.
We're talking about them again.
Yeah, but these chocolate caramels are the perfect snack item. So you throw them in your bag, right? You have a couple, of course, right after you buy them. Eat a couple of chocolate caramels, then throw them in your backpack. And when you have a little sweet tooth, which I always have one at Disneyland, or if you're getting a little hungry and need a little something, just throw a couple of those in and you're good.
And they don't melt. Last time we were there in the heat, and I was like, oh,
Because
God,
they're made
gonna
from
melt.
probably fake things.
Yeah. Again, for those who haven't, if you're new to this podcast, the chocolate caramels are basically like Milk Duds, but they're way softer.
Yes.
So I love it.
Very, very good. But Caitlin, you're still debating on something. You've been pondering this out loud with me.
Yeah,
You want to grab a Bing Bong plush.
I do.
Are you going to do it?
I'm on the fence. A long time ago, actually, Caleb, which there's a picture of this on Market House Podcast Instagram. Caleb won one of the what are they called? They're not arcade.
They're like carnival games.
Yes. So Caleb played one of the carnival games and actually won me a stuffed animal of Heimlich, which you can't buy in the park.
Yeah, to our knowledge, you can't buy
And
one.
I love Heimlich. So I'm kind of like, well, we're always in Bing Bongs getting chocolate caramels. We love Inside Out. Love Bing Bong. He smells like cotton candy. I kind of want to get
Richard
him.
Kind.
Yeah, I kind of want to get him and add him to our little Heimlich in our office.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Stay tuned.
All right.
I might cave. I might not. Who knows?
And the crowd situation. We know it's going to be busy, and we're just going to go in with realistic expectations. So that's what we've told ourselves. Caleb, Caitlin, it's going to be hot. You're going to be sweating. There's going to be a lot of people. We're going to be waiting in long lines, but that's okay. We're going to go with the flow. We're going to see how much we can get done and just kind of see where the day takes us, whether that's people watching, whether that's eating and eating some more. And
Seriously.
yeah, who knows? But I know that's not super ideal for families. So if you're a family listening to this or a couple that gets to go once every couple of years and you're like, no, that's not a solution for us. This is the only weekend we can go and it's summer crowds, it's summer heat. What are your kind of top tips or recommendations for navigating those summer crowds? So again, we've mentioned some of these in previous podcasts, but we've kind of summarized them here for you today, just to give you kind of our mindset and what we do if we were going with family this weekend. All right, so here are my tips and recommendations for those folks who are going for maybe 3 days and you got park hoppers and kind of how to navigate the parks when it's stinking busy and really hot. So I'd use one day, just one day out of your trip to use Genie Plus. And I would use it for the entire day. And what I mean by that is get there as early as possible.
Okay.
Stay as late as possible. And again, little ones are going to be tired, but that's the day you're going to get as many rides done as possible.
Especially in the early morning and late at night. Because again, not a ton of people are there super early. And a lot of the park leaves after the nighttime spectaculars and the park is empty.
Yeah, so around 9:30, 10 o'clock is when
Yeah.
people leave in masses, which I get, right? Little ones are tired at that point. Shoot, I'm tired at that point. And I like to go rest my feet and get some
Right.
sleep. But that is when the rides are at the least wait time, least busy. So for the other 2 days, I would not buy Genie Plus. Again, if you've got the money and it's overflowing and you want to do that, do it. Book it all 3 days because you'd get every ride done 3 times. But again, if you're on a budget, which most people are, I would do it one day, and the other 2 days, I just get there as early as possible. That'd be my number one tip. Because most families, they're on vacation, which I understand. That's how we do it, right? But again, we get to go a lot. But for folks that are only there for one time a year, one visit every other year, I would utilize every single minute possible.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so that means rope dropping if you can. That's getting there super early, and that's getting all the most popular rides in. So it's like Peter Pan, Space Mountain, Indiana Jones. That's stuff that you want to get done as soon as possible, so you can kind of check that off the list and work on lesser popular rides later in the day. I would plead with you to take an afternoon break during the hottest part of the day. So Genie Plus Day, I'd argue maybe take those breaks in the Animation Academy and DCA. Take your break at Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. Caitlin likes to fall asleep in that one. I've mentioned that before. But it's a good 20, 25 minutes of blaring AC. It is so cold in there. It feels so good. But on Genie Plus Day, maybe take breaks in the park. Again, utilize that $20 per day per person. Mm-hmm. But on those normal days, when you're not using that, go back to the hotel. Go take a nap. Go take a shower. Change into some fresh clothes. It gets really, really hot down there.
Especially between those times.
Yeah, so 3 and 4 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
I would argue, are the hottest part of the day. So eat your lunch maybe in the park, go ride a ride or two, and then hit the hotel. It's well worth it to take that break. Again, I disliked it as a child because I'm like, I want to be at the park all day. But I didn't realize how exhausting it was.
And we're getting old.
And we're getting old.
Yeah.
Yeah, at 14, I was like, I can go all day. Not anymore.
Right. So then after you take your break, you're going to come back to the parks around dinner time. This is a really good time. Again, the sun's going down, the heat's going down.
Yep.
You're feeling good. You're feeling refreshed. This is around the time after dinner that the nighttime shows are starting to happen. People are starting to populate. They're camping out. They're waiting for that perfect seat. This is usually the start of a good time to start going and hitting up all the popular rides. Like usually during this time, for example, Fantasmic, that humongous group of people, that's the time we go do Haunted Mansion. We get Winnie the Pooh, we hit Pirates, we might do Indy. Everyone's just waiting in line. So it's like, or not in line, they're sitting for the show.
Yeah, you've got fireworks going on at the same time.
Right.
You've got Fantasmic and World of Color. Those are all people sucks, essentially, right? I know those are all in different parks, but...
Right. Now, for those of you who are like, well, I want to watch the shows. Like, I don't want to miss all those. Go to the earlier shows, or excuse me, while people are waiting for the earlier shows, go hit up all the rides.
Yeah.
And then watch the later shows.
Yeah.
Because literally the park's dead, so you can get double ride time and a show in by the end, which is what we normally do.
Yeah, so Fantasmic and World of Color both have 2 show times, and fireworks usually only has 1. So again, if fireworks night, that's the night you're going to be watching it, which again, don't miss that. That is an awesome show. We're not saying to miss it every single night, but if you want to utilize one of the nights and just skip all the shows altogether, get some valuable ride time in. We actually rode Big Thunder Mountain during the fireworks one time, and that was like so Disney magic.
I loved it.
Yeah, you come out of the corner and you just see
big booms. It's so pretty.
So stinking cool. Last tip for families, and this is going to be easier said than done. Caitlin said this the other day to me. She said, we should take advantage of that line time to like really have like family time, connect. Again, it's just Caitlin and I, so we don't have little ones, but like my parents did this with us, which I valued a lot. And a lot of these like conversations I had and like the fun times I remember was just like messing around with my brothers in line, or, what's that game we play?
Oh, Heads Up.
Is that Heads Up? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the iPhone game, everyone plays that. I think everyone knows what that is. Do Disney trivia together.
Yeah, because again, I'm going to speak for myself. It's easier than, I guess it's one of those things where you see, oh, Indy, it's an hour wait. And you're like, oh my gosh, I have to stand here for an hour.
Yeah.
Flip that, because I do the same thing. I'm like, flip that way you look at it and go, you know what? This is an hour of my time uninterrupted that I can be with family, with friends. I can talk to them, really just deep dive into relationship and just have a good time.
Yeah.
Like it's that, talk about whatever you want. Be like, relax, hang out. Don't sit on your phone. Like just be in the moment. Because that is the one moment that you will remember.
Exactly.
Is talking to your family and friends.
And that's advice for me too. Like I look at an hour wait and I go, oh, darn. Okay. Well, I'll catch up on the Cardinals game. I'll scroll Twitter. And again, that's fine too, right? I'm sure we'll do that for half the day or whatever, a couple of rides. But there is something to be said about putting the phone down, putting the iPad down for the kids and just like, hey, let's play a game together. Or
just talk.
Yeah, talk.
Easy as that. Yeah. What Caleb, I love, like one of my favorite things to do is I ask him what's his favorite part of the trip so far. And we just talk about that. And I ask him about 50 times a day, but it's fun to hear his answer.
It is fun. For us, this trip, we'll just kind of let you know what we're planning to do. We'll most likely get Genie Plus, for only one full day. So we'll probably do Sunday and utilize Genie Plus that day and just kind of use that as our ride day. And then we'll probably take it easy for the other 2 days. Again, we get to go often, and so we kind of do trips differently, and we'll ride what we can.
It's exciting to be able just to walk around and just take a break and not have to feel like you have to rush to all the lines and wait in line all day.
Exactly. So we'll enjoy the parks the best we can. So most of that time is just walking around, people watching, looking in stores.
Ice cream. Chocolate caramels.
Yes.
Shopping.
And again, like we said from last week's episode, some of our best memories are from the little moments around the park, not even a ride. You'll remember the ride, of course. The attractions are so fun, but you'll remember the part where, like, I don't know.
You're walking around Pixar Pier.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. And just talking about life together.
Right.
And things like that.
It's fun. I can't wait for that.
So, Caitlin, I'm going to throw you a curveball right here.
Okay.
I didn't tell you about this, but I want to ask you a few questions about our upcoming trip.
Okay.
And kind of get your thoughts.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, this is fun.
Yeah, a little surprise. First one, what are you most looking forward to for this trip?
Honestly, right now, and I've said this multiple times in previous episodes, one of my favorite things to do with you is walk around Pixar Pier at night with chocolate caramels.
All right.
So I think, honestly, I don't know. I'm really wanting to get dinner at the Boardwalk Pizza place. And then just go walk around Pixar Pier.
Yeah, Boardwalk Pizza and Pasta.
Yeah, so I think that's... And then second would be Lamplight with you.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
All right, solid picks.
What about you?
Oh, okay.
Can I ask you too?
All right, Uno reverse card. What am I most looking forward to? Probably, honestly, one of my favorite things we do is standing at Grizzly River Run and watching that big geyser just nail people.
With popcorn.
Yes. So we always grab a box of popcorn and go stand there, and we can stand there for like a good hour.
Oh, it's so fun.
And we just laugh.
I love it.
It's
I can't
really fun.
wait. Okay,
Yes.
sorry. Back to your question.
Okay, here we go. If you could only ride one attraction during this trip, which one would it be?
Ooh, that's a good one. Right now I have to say Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion.
I'm obsessed with Haunted Mansion
you are
right
obsessed.
now. I think it's because I know Haunted Mansion Holiday is coming, so I'm like,
I know. I love that ride.
I can't wait. Probably that one.
Fantastic. You want me to answer that one?
Yeah, I'm like,
I got a
you wanna
face.
answer?
I got a face. All right, I'll answer these with you. I would probably choose. I was going to go Haunted Mansion, but for the sake of variety, I would go. I'm going to go Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, I love that ride.
Yeah, I love that area. I love the exit into was Pooh's Corner. That's such a great gift
love that shop.
One of the best themed gift shops ever.
100% agree. They can never touch that ride.
No. Okay, here we go. Number 3. What character are you most looking forward to seeing?
Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, I love him. We still haven't been able to take a picture with a character.
We need
to do that.
It's not like we can't. We just have chosen not to.
No, we just haven't because the
Yeah.
lines have been super long and it's been like 900 degrees.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that won't change this trip,
Yeah.
but I want to just see him. He's
Yeah,
my
it'd be fun.
favorite. Mm-hmm.
Okay. If I had to choose, again, I love seeing Winnie the Pooh up there. I'll go with classic Mickey. If I see the big Mick walking around,
It's always magical when you
it
see
is,
him.
especially with like kids and
Yeah.
their reaction. I like seeing that.
I agree.
All right, last question. What food item are you looking forward to the most?
This trip, I was going to say the chicken nachos, but I think I'm going to say the waffles over at
The
Carnation.
waffles.
I'm very excited for that.
Mickey
I'm
waffles.
so excited.
Solid pick. Okay. If I had to go, again, I was looking forward to that because I haven't gotten it in years. I will go my classic breakfast sandwich over at Galactic Grill.
Ooh.
That thing is so delish. And I don't get a lot of breakfast sandwiches at home because no one really makes them gluten-free.
Right.
But they do, and it is so stinking good.
I love that sandwich. It's making my mouth water just thinking about it.
Let's go get one right now.
I
I'm
wish.
just kidding. All right, couple days. Guys, thank you so much for hanging in there. If you stayed till the end, hopefully those were some helpful tips and just kind of an insight into how we plan, and also just some tips on how to plan with family and people that want to go. Thank you so much for listening. You can find us on Instagram at Market House Podcast and Twitter at Market House Pod. Make sure to follow us there for pictures from the park, and we're going to be doing stories while we're there this weekend. And again, by the time you're hearing this, it will be last weekend. So I got to remember that. It's posted on Monday.
It'll be our last day at the park on Monday.
We'll be there over the weekend. So anyways, hopefully you're following us already because then you'll get those updates.
Yeah, and then again, stay tuned for the giveaway over on Instagram.
Yes.
That's super exciting, and we can't wait. So
Consider leaving a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. I'm just mentioning this one more time. That is a huge help to us. Thank you so much for the people that have already done so. And thanks in advance for those that will in the future.
thank you.
Join us next week for another episode. If I can spit that out, that would be awesome.
Bye.